Can you make $1,200 for a cord of firewood with this, but not any firewood? This firewood. Stay tuned in this video and find out how we turn this kindling into $1,200 a cord with the Cord King Ergo Bagger. Welcome back to Willie's Firewood. We're going to talk about something today that I get criticized for quite a bit, and that's what's in the back of the truck right there. All the slash, or what I call kindling, that gets left behind. But first, I want to give you a Woodyard update and status report because we've got some new stuff. So this is all that's left of the 12 cord load. There's probably 5 cords there total. And I said we wanted to do something different with the wood. So I'll show you. What we did is we laid the wood the other way. Grant can cut from this side and we'll stack to the outside, and he can cut from the front and we'll stack to the outside. Then we have a clear shot right down the middle, and I can put the splitter in there and run down through. So we're gonna stack 4 loads, 50 cords, right down through the side here. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side of the yard. When they're all done, we're gonna put another 50 cord, and then we're gonna stack some wood along the far end where the dozer is. And we're gonna pile that high. That'll be our processor grade stuff. So starting tomorrow, we're gonna get the Cord King put into its place, and we're gonna start getting this stuff kind of situated and set up and start pulling some logs for the Cord King because we are getting busy. But let's not overlook the kindling. So I have people all the time, just push it over the bank, just throw it in the woods. It's not worth anything. Let me show you what little bit is in this truck, and let me tell you what's important about it. So this is what we got picking out for 5 to 6 cords of firewood. Now I know for a fact that this is $20 to $25 worth of slash or kindling. This is small split wood. This will dry fast, it will burn fast, and we sell a pile of it. There's what's left for slash under the splitter. We'll get that cleaned up. We'll find a spot in the corner of the yard, and we'll burn that from time to time now to keep that to a minimum. I don't want to collect it around. We'll burn it, it'll turn to ash, and we'll get rid of it. But we picked that kindling out off of the 4-way wedge when we're splitting, and you'll notice there's something broken here. We had a small snafu, so we will get that fixed. I'll show you the fix for that tomorrow, and we'll get that re-welded and put back together. But just a minor snafu, not a big deal, a couple of broken welds. So $25 worth of kindling. Who cares, right? I care. That's the fuel for the log splitter and the conveyor. Now I don't have a fuel bill. So 10 minutes worth of picking up, and I saved my fuel bill for the last 2 days. I'm good with that. So let's go get this put back in the racks at the house, and we'll do a little more chatting. We'll show you how much it actually was when we get there, and we'll see if it was worth it or not. Now, I want you to keep in mind our $5 bins, all but 3, were small split kindling wood like this. Let's go see how many are empty, because that was full just 3 days ago. All right, guys, so I was wrong. I've got 4 of regular sized firewood, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bundles. So we've sold $60 worth of this small split kindling just this week out of the racks, and this is the middle of summer. So let's get what's in the truck in here and have a little chat while we do it. Let me go get the tripod. Now, I've never claimed to be an expert with any of this stuff, but what we're going to take out of the truck is something that you have to clean up, you have to move anyway, and it's something that you can get money for. So if you can get money for it, why wouldn't you use it? I see so many guys, they say, oh, I don't have the time to deal with this. Well, you've got to clean it up. If you've got to clean it up and you've got to move it anyway, if you can get something useful out of it, I think it's a great idea. And I think you're going to see soon, we're probably going to be selling this stuff bagged, because we have customers that complain when it gets left in the loads of firewood, and then we get customers that complain when there's none of this in a load of firewood. So it's one of those deals where you can't make everybody happy, but at the end of the day, I want to make myself happy by filling my pocketbook if I can. And again, I've paid for these logs. We pay for all of our wood, so when I have to pay for it anyway, I want as much of it back as I can possibly get. And if I were to just push this over a bank or something like that, not okay. So if I can get $100 worth of this stuff a week and sell it, that's $100 worth of fuel. That's $100 towards a payment. I mean, it's $100 that I can use to take the kids and the wife out to do something. This is all extra. This is not, you know, a normally produced product. It's produced while we're producing our product, which is firewood, but it's not a necessary. We're not purposely trying to make this stuff, I guess, is what I'm getting at. And if, like I said, if we can get something out of it, then great. I see so many people that just throw this stuff away, and I can't do it. I can't do it. Not once I know how well it sells. There's no way that I can throw this stuff away. So, you know, you'll see, I'm going to build a bin to sit beside the splitter and to have by the processor, because we're going to have a pretty good way of taking care of that too. And I think I've come up with an idea for the Cord King to make sure that we keep all of this little stuff out of our firewood. And if it works out right, I think you may want to add an extra person to your firewood operation if you're running a firewood processor like that Cord King. And I'll show everybody why once we get it set up. I'll bring everybody along for the trial run and everything. I won't try it first and then say, guess what I found out. I'm going to show you guys what I want to try, and then we're going to just try to do it. I kind of like that scenario better. I just feel like it works a little bit better. So we're going to do that. So we're already at $10 worth, and I know I've got at least another 2, maybe more. So we're going to have $20 to $25 worth of this kindling, and this has been produced in the last couple of days. If I can pick up an extra 25 bucks every couple days, you know, through the course of the week, 75 bucks. 75 bucks times 4 is $300 a month. That's a payment for something useful in the yard. Tractor, tumbler, something. It's a payment. So I like money. I don't like throwing my money away. So if we can make a payment on something and we can prove that this sells, which I already know it does, I don't have to prove it, then it's a no-brainer for me. I did get a splinter though. But a lot of people also ask why I don't wear gloves. I hate gloves. I can't grip anything with gloves on. I don't like gloves. You'll see me with gloves on in the winter time, only because it's too cold to go with bare hands up here in Maine. But I do not like gloves. I've never liked gloves. Ever since I was a kid, I haven't liked gloves. Gramp cuts with them every day. I can't. If it's warm enough, I don't want them on. I'm all set. Kevin, I think, is pretty much the same way too. You won't see him with gloves on unless it's cold. It's just easier to feel the wood. So I'm gonna spin you guys for a different angle. We'll get the last of this off of here, and then we'll have another little chat. So this may be something that if you have a firewood operation and you have a conveyor, maybe you're letting this stuff go up the conveyor right now instead of picking it off. If you pick it off, then it's a byproduct. You can sell it. I promise it sells, because we sell a lot of it, at least in our location and here in Maine. It may not sell where you are, but where we are, it sells, and it sells well. I know John over in Corinth, he actually bought a couple pallets of kindling from Phil and Karen at Allen Family Firewood, and he sold hundreds of bags. He sells small bags of kindling. He sold hundreds of bags this past year. He sells a pile of it, and that's purpose-made kindling. This is not on purpose made kindling. This is just made from running, and we're able to sell it and get something for it. So I'm thankful for something like that. That's a value added thing that we don't even have to try. So now what I do when somebody orders firewood and they clean and stack their load of firewood and figure out that there's not a lot of kindling, they call and they say, hey, do you sell kindling? Sure do. We sell it by the bag. How many bags you want? And they ask how big the bag is. Our kindling is going to be used in 1 cubic foot bags. We're going to use the Cord King Ergo Bagger, and you guys are going to see that coming up in a video. And we're going to do 1 quart bags of kindling with the Cord King Ergo Bagger, and we're going to sell those for $10 a piece. And at $10 a piece, that's going to give us over $1,200 for a full quart of firewood. Not a quart of firewood, but a quart of this kindling, which is a byproduct. So if I can get $1,200 for a byproduct, I don't see why you wouldn't do this. I can't understand, but some of you guys don't, and that's okay. We all do things different. So I guess, in conclusion, I think the kindling is a good idea. Give it a try. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, especially if you're throwing it away. If you'll notice behind me here, there's a bunch of sawdust. Dave came over, he ran the tractor for a while. I'll put a couple of clips of that in there as well, in this video as well. We hauled 2 full dump trailer loads, and when I say full, I mean full. And I've already taken 4 over there, so that's 6 loads total. I know for a fact we have another 6 to 10 loads here, and we'll keep track of that as we clean it up. But there was a huge base of sawdust here, and it just kind of leads me into my closing for the video, and that's that. Remember, guys, a little bit every day goes a long way, whether it be kindling, sawdust, fire starters, firewood, it does not matter. But help someone if you can. We'll see you on the next one. I'm going to put some clips of Dave loading this stuff, and we'll close the video with that, and we'll see you guys on the next video, which will probably be Sunday. And we're going to have something a little special on that video, so hope to see you then. And as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'd love to see you back. Have a good one, guys. So the sawdust is heading out of the yard. Dave's over, he's running a little red, cleaning up some sawdust. We're going to get this woodyard cleaned up, get this hauled over to the new property. We haven't even started to scratch a hole in yet, and we've almost got a full trailer load here. This is going to be over 12 yards when it's completely full. I'm guessing we're going to have probably 10 of these to come out of there, but he's going to keep cleaning while I go dump this in just a minute, and we'll keep track of how many it is, and we'll see what the yard looks like when it's done. But he's not even down to gravel yet. There's the first load. We'll see how many we get. Well, Dave's got the headlights on. We're loading by the headlights. He's got a pretty good sized pile all piled up in the middle of the yard over there. Nowhere near down to gravel yet. There's probably at least 3 loads in that pile, if not more. So there's definitely going to be some sawdust in the yard for sure.